and welcome to another video. As you can tell by the title, this is about the Shires and Spires Ultra Marathon, which took place in Northamptonshire on Saturday the 1st of June 2019. This is my first ultra marathon. Before, I've only ever ran marathons, and this was a step up as it's a 35-mile race. So I decided to capture some footage of the day to show you the scenery, how I found the race, and just to try and capture real life footage of actually how my race unfolded. I don't want to talk too much before I go straight into the footage, but I'll do a little recap at the end of how I found the race, so if you want to stick around to the end then please do. But it was a fantastic day, organised by Go Beyond Sports. You can find them on Facebook, I think Go Beyond Challenge, and they host a number of ultra marathons around the Northamptonshire area. They also do a half marathon in September. So I have done a few of their races before. I must say that the organisation was absolutely fantastic. The race instructions did come through, I'd say probably in about 5 days before the race. However, that was plenty of time to sort of get myself organised. Just on the day itself, the marshals and all of the support was absolutely fantastic. So if anyone's watching this that was a marshal or was involved in the organisation, thank you so much, because it was brilliant. And the checkpoints were amazing. The marshals were so encouraging, so supportive, and to be fair, like without that you can't, that's like service and you can't beat that. So yeah, really well done. I would say that I'd do another event, but just look at the video. Let's get straight to it. So on arrival, we turned up at Naseby Village Hall. The parking was great, there was lots of parking on the field, and this was the first time that they had the event from this location, which means they had a base. We parked up, we went into the Village Hall. Registration was really straightforward. We picked up our race packs, and then we got given a sort of chip timer for our rest. That was our check-in point at each location.
Sorry. I hereby declare I am an amateur. Signing up on the day.
The race then took off from that location and finished there too. So all of your belongings you could leave behind, and then knowing that they were there right at the very end. So there's no need for any bag drop. So the format of it was really straightforward. So start of Shires and...
Okay guys, 1 minute.
In a half kilometre, turn left.
Beautiful countryside. Lovely. Four miles in. Bit of walking already. That's what the ultra's all about. When can I tuck into my picnic? Okay, so we're 4.5 miles in, and we're having fun. We're smiling. We're smiling. There's been a few ups and downs already. Quite early on, everyone was running the ups. However, we've decided to be tactical and walk some of the ups just to preserve energy, because it's a long race. And we are now, I haven't already said it, 4.5 miles in. The first checkpoint's about 6.4 miles in, so not too far from the first checkpoint. But it is warm, but we're just going to look after ourselves, sunscreen, water, and just tick off checkpoint at a time. But how lovely is this? All good so far, all good. All good. First obstacle of the day. All 2 of them. How pretty is this? Oh, it's a bit, screen's a bit sweaty already. Isn't this lovely?
Let's know where to do it.
Oh look, I mean I used to go...
Look! Horses and live electric fences. Here goes. maybe I'll stick to ultra running, but maybe like not marathons. I like trail running like this.
Yeah.
Checkpoint 1. Whee. Got some water.
Inside, yeah. Well done.
So you get your name, you get number taken. And let's check in there. So checkpoint 1 done. So take your number, you put this onto the little pad, wait for it to flash. And now Naomi's left me. The marathon runners go one way. She's doing, I think it's at 26 point something miles. I don't know. A few places have said it's a bit 0.4 or 0.7. Then the ultras go another way. Stopped up for a couple of minutes. Saw Sue and Steve. And then some people like sped off really quickly. I got my water bottle filled up. Other one's okay at the moment. And yeah, going alone now. So I'm going to put some music on. The next checkpoint's only 4 and a bit miles, I believe. So catch you in a little while. So a huge hill now. Almost 10 miles in, and there's a huge hill. Let's see if I can turn it around. No way that I am running up that. I believe checkpoint 2 is just on the other side. In, look behind. It's pretty beautiful up here. Hoping checkpoint 2 is just around the corner. James missed me at checkpoint 1. Too slow on the bike. Checkpoint 2 done. 11 miles. Good to see the guys. And now heading to checkpoint 3. I think this one's a bit further away than the last two, how close they've been. But feeling good still. It's just a little warm. Need to keep hydrated. 13. You can see 13. Well, 13.1 now, very much. A half marathon distance. Miles in now, just walking up this hill. So every time I'm into story in, I'm walking. Heat's starting to get to me now. Only a casual 20 miles to go. So we're now actually on Northampton golf course. Potentially could get hit by a ball here. 16.7 miles in. It's warm. So over 18 miles in now, and it's about midday, so the sun is at its peak, so it's really warm. We're not too far from the next checkpoint, and checkpoint 3, which is really good because I've drunk all my water. I've got 2 like 400ml bottles here, but I think I've only been filling them up to like 253 because they're too filled up, they're too heavy. Yeah, and I've managed to drink it all since the last checkpoint, so it just goes to show how hot it is and how warm I'm getting. So feeling okay, starting to feel a bit tired now, because we are like 3.5 hours in now. This is coming up to territory which is slightly unknown for me now. Not used to being on my feet for this far, this long really, should I say. And we're only over halfway, so a long way to go, but let's hope that in the afternoon it cools down a little bit, maybe. We'll see, but yeah, some water hydration is needed right now. So we're just about hitting the marathon distance. I'm on 26.1 on my watch right now, so I'm almost at marathon distance, and we are 5 hours 20 minutes in. I can honestly say this is harder than a marathon. The elevation, oh god, I'm starting to get emotional now. This is really hard. I don't know if this is like proud of myself, but this is just, it's getting tough. It's starting to hurt in places. But still, I have 9 miles to go. Oh Jesus, 9 miles. Wish me luck. Can't deny that it is beautiful up here. Right, checkpoint 5 done. Just been told it's less than 5 miles to the finish. Oh, this is ridiculous, honestly. Who signs up for an ultra marathon? One thing I have learned is that you can't translate like marathon training, like the London Marathon training has not translated to this race at all. Just the time on my feet now is 6 hours 20. It's ridiculous. 6 hours 20 on my feet. Like, I haven't spent this long running, walking in ever. But last bit now, let's go and get that medal and celebrate and see Naomi. She's done the marathon, so she'll be at the finish right now. Hopefully they're waiting with a smile and we can go and reward ourselves with a drink or something. I don't know, but rambling on. This puts this hill here. Oh, this is more walking than running right now. This is tough, but it's beautiful. Let's think of the positives. I'm sure on the other side is a downhill. Let's hope anyway. Thank you. I can see the finish. Yeah. There you go, that's how the race went. So I did finish my first ultra marathon, and I got an award for the most made up runner by the race director Simon. He just said that how sort of, I don't know how fresh I still looked as I came in, and one of the, I think it was the lady that was giving out the medal, she said to me, she's like, I've seen you at a few of the checkpoints and you've just looked so comfortable and in control the whole time, which was lovely. Obviously didn't feel like that at the end. But as I said at the start of the video, I'm very, very positive about the race because it was so well organised. It was just brilliant. I can't fault it at all from that sense. Oh, we've got a cat that's come to say hello. But just for me, the distance was tough. Now, there was 5 checkpoints and I'd say like living my best life or loving life up to about checkpoint 3. You can't really tell by the video. I did moan that it was quite warm a lot, but it was like one of the hottest days that we've had so far this year. Typical, but to be fair, like I try to enjoy, I love sunshine anyway, and it does make everything seem so much prettier, but the heat did get to me at times of how hot I was, and just fluid, like trying to take on enough fluid without feeling dehydrated. So yeah, I really enjoyed it, like running on trails. It was just, the scenery was out of this world, and in times I really started to struggle, I did just look around and think like how lucky I am to be out here and doing this, so that I tried to put a positive spin on it. But obviously it's, when you're out there later on in the race, it's quite tough, and the negative side of things sets in. So yeah, up to checkpoint 3, which is about 18 or 19 miles, I was really enjoying it. So I should just stick to trail running, but just under the marathon distance. As you could see, when I hit the marathon distance, I had a little cry, and that's when I had to really sort of draw within and suck it up. I must admit, I never got to a point where I thought, I'm not going to be able to do this. I always knew that I would finish, but just later on in the race, at the start, it was a walk-run approach. So every time I hit a hill, I just walked it, and every time that I was on a flat or a decline, I ran, or should I say, I jogged. But later on in the race, there was times that I was on a flat and I was annoyed at myself because I was walking again, but I just couldn't muster up any energy to carry on. But I pulled in from different tactics, and I'd say, right, you're on 0.6 of a mile here, run to the next mile until the next mile ticks over, or run for another 5 minutes and then you can take a walk break again. So there was never at any point that my legs really felt like they were going to give up on me, because I put that down to all the strength training I've done, and I've trained for marathons. And luckily my last marathon wasn't too long ago, but I think it was just the time on my feet that got to me more than anything. I just haven't done anything past 26 miles training for this, and I must admit I was training for a road marathon before, so I didn't really train much on the trails. So if I was to do it again, I would definitely go and do more trail running beforehand, and maybe do some like back-to-back days, Saturdays and Sundays, just to get used to that, of the tiredness feeling, because it's a different toughness to a marathon. Like when I race a marathon, I'm running at a fairly decent pace, and ultra is just it's a completely different scenario of running. But on the whole, I did absolutely love it, and I'm really proud of the achievement that I did on Saturday, and I'll never forget that. I'm really glad that I've done it, and I am gonna say that I'm not going to actively encourage myself to do another ultra anytime soon, because I did enjoy it, but I get the buzz off of shorter distances, I think. But like, this is not putting anyone off from ultras. Like, if you're wanting to do one, I would say do it, because like it's a challenge, and it did test me. I'd never got to any real dark places. I think that I'm quite mentally quite strong. Yeah, if you're wanting to do it, then definitely check out Go Beyond Sports if you're within the area, because it's a really good race to do. So yeah, I hope that this video was insightful. My raw emotions, the happiness, the tears, the smiles, the views, golf balls and animals, it was brilliant, really good. So thank you if you have stuck around for this long. Let me know if you'd like me to talk anything about further about preparation for ultras, and maybe what I'd do differently if I was to do it again. But please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you all very soon. Please stick around, because next we go into sort of the summer training, and then I will be training for the New York Marathon. So thank you again, and see you all very soon.